beautiful Leo, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading from mid-June right through to mid-July 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details, and I will never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Leo, this is your singles love reading. For those of you who are not looking for a love reading, I have already uploaded a general monthly for your sign, and I will be doing a career reading for you also in the next couple of days, but this is for singles, okay? Now, let's get all of your cards first, my beautiful Leo. I'm using a wonderful deck here, the Lemucci design. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. This is the Lenormand deck by Lemucci design, just so you're aware. But also, just so you know that Venus started the month of June in Aries. So that is all about passion. It's also about feeling compelled to change your circumstances when it comes to love. So some of you may put yourself out there into a group setting in order to meet somebody new, or you may feel compelled to join a dating site or things like that. With Venus in Aries, it does mean that we feel we want to take the initiative to find a spark with somebody, or at least put ourselves in a circumstance to meet another person, okay? A divine counterpart. Now also Venus moves in mid-month right into the sign of Taurus. Now that is all about longevity. It's about trust, loyalty. So any relationships that you sort of spark up in this, sorry, do you want that card? I think they want that card. That you spark up in this month is all about stability, okay, about settling down with somebody. So this is a very good time to meet somebody, especially since how would you like to receive? They want me to go here first. Especially since we also have Mercury going direct, which is a really positive element for love relationships, of course. Whenever Mercury is in retrograde, it tends to be about people from the past, sort of coming back into our present. But now that Mercury has gone direct, we are looking forward in terms of love relationships. So let us see what is going on for you. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know regarding their singles love relationship? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Okay, you've got some choices actually. You've got some people coming on in. They want me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please? Whoa. Okay. And we've got the Magician. So really taking the initiative. I feel like your manifestations with regards to a stable love relationship, they're bang on point. But you've got more than one. So you may even sort of notice that you are turning heads in the month of June, where normally, my beautiful Leo, you don't tend to notice people noticing you, but you do tend to be the star or the main attraction whenever you walk into a room, but you just don't see that element about yourself. So we got the Tower energy. Now the Tower, it's not a negative card, but I feel like you're letting go of old ways of thinking. And I'll describe that now in a moment, because the energy that I'm getting here is that it's almost like suddenly there's going to be someone who makes you realize that you're all that, okay? Because I feel in your protagonist energy, you're just starting to realize that actually you bring a lot to the table of love, okay? And I feel like you're allowing yourself to stand out from the crowd. You may have been out of the dating game for a while, or felt a little bit like you couldn't meet anybody, and you just felt a little bit sort of like emotionally not in the right space to sort of like put yourself out there. So I do feel like you're going to surprise yourself as well. So we'll get to the Tower energy in a moment. But the protagonist energy here is the ship. Now, this is about an emotional journey, okay? The ship is all about the journey. And I feel like emotionally, you may have felt a little bit like you're called to heal some things within you in the last couple of years, maybe even the last couple of months in particular. I feel like your emotions needed to be a little bit more grounded. And you may have felt like, yeah, a little bit rocky. I mean, your guides are kind of giving me this energy that even though you're on the journey, you haven't quite given up on love, but I feel like it's been a difficult experience for you, and therefore you've been navigating your emotions, and you may have taken yourself out of the dating game for a while. Maybe you experienced some sort of shocking event in your love relationships, and you needed to rebuild. But what I'm getting here with this Tower energy and the Ten of Pentacles is that suddenly you're realizing that actually you are a beautiful soul that brings a lot to the table of love. You're investing. You want to be in a relationship that you can nurture, have stability, someone who's loyal. You are very loyal. You're very faithful. You have a beautiful heart. And when you decide that you've fallen in love, or, I mean, you don't really decide. Love kind of picks you to fall in love, as it were. We don't really have control over falling in love. But I feel you are fully invested, and I feel like you're ready to open yourself up to that emotional journey again, because I feel for love, for you, it has been a difficult journey. So I feel this withdrawal energy of you taking yourself out, maybe focusing on your family, focusing on money, focusing on your career, or if you're retired, you may be focusing on making your money work for you in terms of resourcefulness. But I feel like, I mean, it's number 3, and number 3 is the Empress energy. So I feel like it's been a difficult journey for you to sort of come into your own, create a healthy boundary, love yourself fully, and sort of like believe in yourself that you're actually brimming with potential to meet new love, that you're beautiful both inside and out. I feel like it's taken you a long time to get to that space, and I feel like you're not quite there yet, but you're nearly there. So I feel like you're dealing with things like insecurities. You've had a real test of faith when it comes to love. I also feel, my beautiful Leo, and I always say this, you have an inner shine, okay? And you may not be aware of it, but actually you've got this energy that when you walk into a room, or when you're in a friendship, or in a relationship, you just exude light. You are a light being, even a light worker. And I would say that you may have attracted a lot of circumstances in your past, because these are the things that you were meant to learn. You experienced a lot of people who loved basking in your energy, people who love the attention that you gave them, and they took and they took and they took some more, and you may have felt a little bit empty at the end of that situation, whether it's a relationship, whether it was friendship, love or career or anything like that. I feel like you give your all, and then sometimes you feel like you're depleted in your energy. So one of the lessons you were meant to learn in love, my beautiful Leo, and I mean, we're all students of life, so I feel like we're all still learning. It is about grounding yourself emotionally, trusting in the journey, and recognizing that the difficult journey you've had is in order to make you stronger, okay? I know it doesn't help you at the moments where you're going through something difficult, but I do feel like you're not out of the game of love. So even if you feel like, you're mature, or you're older and you're starting to lose faith in love, or you have lost faith in love, because the energy I've got here is I'm feeling someone who's just like given up on love, or felt like perhaps love is never coming, okay? But that's all about to change for you. We've got a wish come true here. We got the Magician card, which is whatever it is you're manifesting. You've got opportunities coming on in, but there's one person who's going to spark with you, okay? This is like suddenly there's like chemistry, okay? Okay, they're giving me a song. I really hate it when I don't know the song, because I can't really, I'll just give you the lyrics of what they're giving me. And that's when you told me it was the first day of my life. Okay, unless they give me anything more than that, that's all I'm getting. I mean, that doesn't sound like it's a love song or anything. I mean, it's a really beautiful song. It's kind of like, it's got guitar. It's kind of like folk-y kind of you know, it's not really my, it's not something I've heard before, so it's not really something that's I've come across. So yeah, I'm gonna have to leave that there. I'm gonna have to look it up, so I do apologize. But yeah, if they give me something more on that, I will mention it. Ten of Pentacles tends to tell me that you may be focusing on wealth, or you may be focusing on your career. Or your family. The Ten of Pentacles connects to family. Some of you, I mean, you may have been married before or in a high level commitment before, and it came to a very abrupt end or a very painful end or a shocking end in some way. And it's almost like you took a real step back. And the Ten of Pentacles is also an energy here of you wanting to, I mean, it's your protagonist energy. You want to find someone who wants to take this emotional journey of life, be with you through the ups and downs. And the Ten of Pentacles, I mean, I feel like you're about to call someone in. This is your manifestation sort of sector, where you're calling someone in who's going to take that journey of life with you, who's going to walk through to like retirement age with you. So I definitely feel like you're going to commit to somebody who's going to join your family lineage. Ten of Pentacles is like you are all in. You're invested, okay? Now, some of you, I mean, you may have a family already, you may have children, but I feel with the Ten of Pentacles, you've got responsibilities that you're focusing on. And it's not that you're not focusing on love, but I feel like it's not been something that's been at the forefront of your mind. I'm going to pull some cards on this in a moment just to clarify, but we've got the Tower. So I feel like the Tower is like, you know, you are shocked that suddenly you've met someone. I feel like there's going to be this energy where suddenly you've met someone and you want to invest in it straight away. And that's not like you. I feel like there's a cautious energy about you. The Tower energy basically means also that old sets of ideas are crumbling. Things that perhaps a narrative that you may have told yourself. For example, you may have said or thought because of previous experiences, they've influenced you in some way, and you may felt that you're not enough, or you felt something was wrong with you, that there's no love. Okay, that's not it at all. There's nothing wrong with you, my beautiful Leo, not at all. But if it's crossed your mind, or you've had your confidence dented in some area of life, the Tower indicates you're releasing that, and you're recognizing that you are, and I don't really like the energy that, well, it's not that I don't like the energy. I don't tend to put numbers on people or situations, but they're really giving me like, you are like the full 10. Okay, you're the full package when it comes to love. So, I mean, you've got a beautiful, pure heart, and you bring a lot to the table. So I feel like you are sort of like reassessing your circumstances, and realizing that actually, you know, you are a true investment when it comes to love, and you have it all. Okay, you've got that. You've got beauty or attractiveness, male or female. This is not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy. You are also really good at what you do. You're loyal, you're faithful, and you're looking for something stable, you know, to invest in for longevity. Okay, there's a desire here for security, and with the Tower energy as well, this can mean that you're feeling pretty stuck in your love relationship. The Tower is like you know, a prison type energy where you feel bonded to something, where you feel it's difficult to change. Okay, and divine intervention has to occur in order to break you out of that stalemate energy. So right now you may feel like you're stuck in a rut. Okay, so the Tower energy is basically, it means surprise, something you were not expecting. So suddenly, for example, there may be like an event that you go to, or suddenly a family member introduces you to somebody. So, or suddenly there's a family event, like a wedding or something like that, because Ten of Pentacles connects to the family energy. So it can mean that suddenly there's going to be a family event that you're invited to, and you meet the person, and all of a sudden you've come out of that stuck energy. The lightning bolt normally has to strike the Tower in order to set it on fire, so that things become so uncomfortable. And it's for our highest good. It does feel uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie to you. A Tower energy is kind of unwanted change. So if you feel like you've been a homebody for the last couple of years or the last couple of months, I feel like this is about you coming out of your comfort zone to change your circumstances. And that's what that, you know, Venus starting in Aries is all about for the collective, where we feel compelled to take the initiative to put ourselves in a circumstance to meet somebody new. And then it moves into Taurus, which is all about stability. And you've got that 4, the house there, which means a stable relationship. I feel like you're going to meet someone. There's real potential to meet someone right through to mid-July for you, okay? Also, the Tower energy is like an unexpected event brings an interesting change to your life. So if you've been in that sort of uncertainty or stalemate energy, there is change, but you are activating that change, okay? Now we've got number 31, that is the Sun energy. So this is all about your happiness, your happy ever after, but it's also about the truth, the light, okay? A lot of personal growth. You've been going through a real journey and you've had a real test of faith, especially with that star energy. The most important thing here, okay, this is the resistance position that I'm reading, and you've got the Sun, you've got the star, and you've got the moon. And all of these are sources of light, okay? So that's why I'm talking about that inner light of yours. Now, the Sun is a Leo card. So this is about you and your sort of natural state of being, your your inner light, your inner sort of compass, you sort of trusting that beautiful intuition of yours, and shining that light, being positive. And we got the star energy, which is all about clarity, vision of the future, but they're all in the resistance position. So this tells me that there's been a delay in terms of happiness when it comes to relationships, and previous experiences may have put a bitter taste in your mouth, as it were. The star energy in this position also tells me that you have gone through a real test and been confused in love as to why it has not gone the way that you hoped for. You've tried to have faith, but you just cannot see a way out of your circumstances. But everything changes in the month. I'll pull some cards and see what that Tower is for you and what the change is and how you're going to meet that person. But the moon tells me there is an energy of uncertainty, okay, fear. Okay, some of you have been feeling like very alone. You've not been lonely, as it were. I feel like you're focusing on other things. You've got other responsibilities that you're sort of focusing on at this time. But I feel those 3 a.m. thoughts are making you think, I wish I had a counterpart to share this part of my journey. And the moon card brings up all that fear. In this position, it means you've had a lot of confusion in love, and you may have experienced unhappiness because the moon is a very needy energy. So as you can see, your natural state is the Sun, and the Sun is necessary for the moon to have any light. And you may have experienced people or situations or relationships where there's been codependency. For example, the moon needs the Sun in order to shine. So I feel like you've experienced a lot of perhaps selfish circumstances where people have taken your energy, or been jealous, for example, of your inner light, trying to chip away at your confidence. You've experienced some sort of shock or some sort of event here which has made you not believe in love anymore and take a real step back. But the moon card and the star and the Sun is in a really great position, because it tells me why you may have been experiencing a hardship in love, but this is the obstacle you're going to overcome in the month of June into July. So it tells me there's a lot of healing here, and the moon is really positive because it means great opportunities lie in the shadows. Suddenly there is love. Suddenly you meet someone. Suddenly, out of the blue, everything changes. And I feel like there is a real positive change here. Now let me just pull a card on this Tower energy. Can you please show me the Tower for my beautiful Leo? Okay, that didn't want to go in the deck. We've got the 5 of Wands. It's in the reverse. Okay, a lot of drama. You may have had a lot of drama in previous experiences, and when you get a 5 of Wands, the 5 of Wands typically means in training, okay? So, all the other experiences you have had in love, it means it's sort of like training you, or, until such time as you meet the one. So I feel like the 5 of Wands in the reverse basically means after any problems, there is success, there is harmony. So I feel like, I feel like you actually have a lot of attention, or there's a lot of attention coming your way. You will be turning heads, okay? King of Swords. Now, there may be someone here that you're trying not to think about, but also you've not even been thinking about getting out there to, find love. This is a card in the upright of thinking before you act. But this is like, you know what, I'm not even going to act. I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to focus on my finances. And you may have like suddenly realized, you've been focusing on a lot of other things and love just hasn't been one of them. And then all of a sudden time is just passing by. So I feel like, thank you so much, Spirit guys. I do apologize. That's the local motorcyclist. I mean, seriously, this one's doing a little bit of a slower drive-by than usual, so I do apologize. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? I mean, I wouldn't mind. I've got double glazing, and I'm really high up, and also all my windows are closed. So how loud is that? But anyway, let's move on. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. How would you like to receive? Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, you've been focusing on the home space. You have been very sort of like, you're very trustworthy. You may have even dealt with someone in the past. I mean, there's two people here. So I'm trying to read this Tower energy. You may have dealt with someone who was verbally unkind, or, someone who didn't think about you. They were always thinking about themselves, or someone who like, I just get this energy as well from you, my beautiful Leo, that maybe you felt like you were too emotional in a circumstance in the past. You were not too anything. You were just the way you were meant to be, okay? There is investment coming here, but I feel like you've been focusing on the home space, either your family, committed to a plan, a goal, or, to making your finances work. So the Tower energy is almost like suddenly you realize you want to invest in love, and you're looking for love. This position here tells me that there is hope. There is healing from whatever experience you had in the past, and you're moving on. You're finding your happiness. The outcome position is the House. In the Lenormand deck, that's all about stability. So you will building your own stability, maybe financially, but I feel emotionally as well. There is an energy here of, so they're just showing me like a volcano in the water. So I feel like this is like all of your pent up passion, like exploding when you meet this person. It's like a rejuvenative energy. So something that you felt was dormant for a while, whether that was your motivation or even your mojo when it comes to love. In the month of, well, I feel like it's on the cusp from June into July. It's going to be like off the charts. You're going to meet someone who really vibes with you. There's a lot of chemistry, okay? So I see a lot of passion coming for you on that cusp from June into July. And what's really interesting is that it's not just a fly-by-night kind of energy. It's not just passion. It's not just, a quickie between the sheets, as it were. It is actually something that's going to move into a long-term relationship, okay? Because you're looking to settle down here, and you're actually going to find somebody who wants to settle down or is in that Emperor energy, because if you notice, we've got number 3 and 4. Okay, number 3 is Empress energy, and number 4 is Emperor energy. So I feel like you're going to find a divine counterpart, someone who wants to plan for the future, who is invested in the relationship, and is, very adventurous, very exciting to be with. It starts off as perhaps a bit of a fling. That's what I feel, but it gets pretty serious. Okay, we do have the 7 of Cups here for you, which tells me that actually you have options. Okay, and I feel like there's one, though, in particular that is just hitting the mark. And it may even be an Aries energy. The energy that we have here is Aquarius. We've got some earth energy, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but we've also got a little bit of water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and we have, of course, Aries energy. So it could be any of those signs, but I feel they've got placements, major placements in those areas. So they're pretty grounded. They've got water elements. They've got fire. Now, there's no swords. So I will check that out in a moment for you. But the 7 of Cups tells me that there is one person that's coming into your energy. You are turning heads in the month of June into July. And I feel like there's one, though, that you are like a laser focus. As soon as you meet this person, okay? The Magician card is focus. It is also about manifestation. So I feel this person that's coming on in here, they're a little bit like you. When you walk into a room, it's like all eyes on them, but they are only focused on you. Okay, with this card, I feel this energy of they're very creative. They know what they want, they say what they want, and they tend to you know, what you see is what you get with this person. They don't play games. There's no manipulation here. This person is true blue honest. They take the initiative as well. This person will pursue you is what I'm getting, but I feel like you actually change your circumstances by putting yourself in an environment where you meet this person. Okay, so for example, this could be if you're invited to like someone's wedding that you know, it's a family member, or maybe a family member's party or a reunion or something like that. I feel like you meet this person in some way connected to the family space. I mean, it could be a family member introduces you to this person, but I feel I'm going to pull a card just to see if I can get a little bit more detail on that. Now, in the water right now, they're showing me a bicycle, but it's a sign. It's not an actual bicycle. It's a sign of a bicycle. It's almost like it's something I would see on a cycle lane. So either it's about moving forward in love, or perhaps, I mean, there's two cycles coming together, working in union, two, you know, wheels on a cycle working together in union, coming together. I mean, it could be that you're listening to me right now on your bicycle, or you just bought a bike, or maybe this person is a keen cyclist. They're definitely an adventurer, whoever this person is. They like the outdoors, but I feel like they also like that cozy kind of energy inside. This person, very warm, very loving, very caring, but the thing about them that will capture your attention at first is the passion. There's something about this person's eyes and their enthusiasm for life, this bright, brilliant spark that they've got in them, that really sort of like you're drawn to. Both of you are like moths to a flame, that sort of energy. It's like magnetic. Okay, we've got a Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, everything you ever wanted. Now, of course, no relationship is like rainbows and unicorns, but I feel like this is about you getting like a checklist of things that you really, really wanted for such a long time. So I feel this Nine of Cups is you sort of being fulfilled in whatever it is that you've been trying to achieve within meeting a person. You are successful. So I feel suddenly out of the blue, you get a wish come true. So this card is also about pleasure. So I feel like you will go for drinks and things like that with this person. Yeah, the good life. This person, I feel like this person is in control of their finances. They're in control of, they're really healthy, in control of their emotions. They're not manipulative. They know what they want. They're really honest, true blue. I mean, there's a lot of gold in that Nine of Cups there. So I feel like this person, you know, their energy is pure when you meet this person, and the passion is off the charts. The Ace of Wands indicates someone new, and it is divinely guided. Okay, aces tend to bring a gift from the universe. Ace of Wands tends to be like a powerful, life-transforming sort of connection with someone that has a lot of potential for something more committed. Okay, this card is like dream big and you will get a big relationship. You will get a relationship that inspires you. A dream is turning into reality here. Also with the Ace of Wands, it means there's a lot of chemistry. There is a spark between you and someone new. It's going to be a very adventurous connection, but I feel like you can see with vision, you can see a future with this person. Okay, so exciting energy here. I'm just going to go and see where you might meet this person, or if they can give me anything more. Can you show me? And I'm only taking the uprights. Can you show me? I'm only taking the uprights right now in this deck. Can you? They just said not this deck. Okay, I'll just go to the other deck. I'm only going to take the uprights in this particular deck. So please, if you could give me an indication where my beautiful Leo will meet this person. Could you give me a date? Could you give me? They're actually showing me right now, it's like a restaurant. But there's something really interesting about, it's either a restaurant or a cafe or something. It's a place where people meet, that's for sure. And they want you to be aware, there's lots of really interesting squares. It's like an art, it's either a really arty way that they've done the walls, or it's paintings, because they're showing me these squares. Okay, so I would look out for a very interesting venue that you end up at. And it's got all these interesting squares on the walls, whether they are paintings or whether they are the wallpaper or the way that they've painted on the wall. They're just showing me up close, but then it's almost like I'm getting a zoom of a table and like a placing. So maybe you go on a date with this person, or that's what your first date looks at. That's what your first date looks like. Where you go, or perhaps it's a venue that you go to for a party or something, and you actually meet this person there. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. They're showing me that this is an event that you are thinking about going to, but it's almost like you feel burdened to go there. You know, when you get those events where someone says, oh, do you want to go to this thing, Leo? And you're like, yeah, I'd love to. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. And then the day before, you're like, oh, why did I agree to go to that thing? I really don't want to go to it. So I feel like this is an event that perhaps you were thinking about not going to, but you go, you persist and you go. And I feel like that's where you start talking to somebody new. I'm going to go one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. There's a couple of people at this event. I know I said I was only going to go one more, but I just want to see on the other side. Yeah, so they're actually showing me that there's an event that you really don't want to go to. You know, you feel like it's a burden to go there. You feel a bit stressed. You're like, oh, do I really have to attend this? So it may be connected to, as I said, a family event or something. Maybe even be a work event where you're like, oh, I don't really want to go there. I said I would go. But the Page of Swords is like, it's like you're curious about going though. You think about going there, and I feel like you're going to meet somebody new. You're going to get talking to somebody new. Page of Swords, pages, they bring news, so that's about communication. I really feel like you're actually going to meet someone who's a little bit younger than you. Don't let that put you off, okay? But I feel like you're thinking about not going to some event because you think it's too much or you can't fit it in. Of course, always activate self-love, my beautiful Leo. If you really don't feel like going somewhere, then of course don't. But I feel like right at the 11th hour, you're just gonna kind of go, you know what? I'm gonna go, okay? Because the 9 of Wands says you persist. You don't give up. So I feel like you kind of begrudgingly go to something. I know it sounds really like awful that you begrudgingly go there, but I feel you actually, you head there and there's a couple of opportunities, okay? There's 2 of Pentacles there, which means, you know, finding a balance between work and play, that something, it may even be a work event and it actually turns into something really pleasurable, because the 2 of Pentacles indicates you got choices again. And the 4 of Cups is like, just when you're feeling really fed up, suddenly there's something really exciting. Okay, suddenly the universe pops in a surprise for you. 4 of Cups is a surprise. Just when you're feeling apathy, just when you're feeling unfulfilled, all of a sudden a cup of love is offered to you by somebody. I feel like the universe is putting you in the path to meet somebody new. And the Death card indicates that stagnant energy is transformed. This changes everything. This is a life-changing opportunity to meet the love of your life. And I feel this person could have very strong Scorpio in their chart as well as Aquarius, because that's the strongest dominant energy that's coming through, as well as Aries. But the Death card, it signals change. Okay, so it's a transformative sort of situation. I feel like your single life is coming to an end, and there is an evolution kind of energy here. I feel like you are coming out of an old familiar kind of stuck in a rut pattern, and you're embracing something new, something greater. So I feel like you're making adjustments and this love is coming on in. So I'm really excited for you. Now, my guides keep asking me to use this particular deck. I'm not really sure how this is going to resonate with your love reading, but I'll give it to you just because they asked me to. We've got White Stag Protector. Okay, so perhaps you've been very protective of your heart, but I feel like you stand out from the crowd. You are unique, Leo, okay? Whether you like it or not, you actually turn heads, and you're going to be turning heads in the month of June into July. And I feel like you're manifesting, really important. Love is still worth fighting for. Just be aware of that, because they're showing me the antlers, okay? It says here, you are an old soul. That's probably why you're really fed up with the dating scene, because you're like, oh, I'm so over it. But anyway, your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you to where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. Okay, so I feel like that magician energy is you manifesting this new passion into your life, but it actually goes somewhere. Okay, this love relationship will go somewhere. It will stand the test of time, but it's going to be an exciting couple of weeks for you, my beautiful Aries. So I'm just going to get you a personal power card before we close the reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Something to remember: I am a problem solver. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the maze right there, crown chakra, and it's the crown chakra that always gets hit in the tower energy. So if you're like always focusing on other things, or you've been blocking off love, as you can see, you go down the maze, you come to like a blockage eventually, and you have to sort of turn back on yourself or choose another direction. I feel like you find a solution to your dating situation, for example. So if you're always a homebody and you feel like getting out there is difficult, perhaps you're putting yourself on a dating website. If you are someone who is like fed up with being inside, you may get yourself out to a group scenario. But I feel you're going to be invited to something that is either family or work oriented, and you're at first feeling like you're not into it. Okay, well, I feel actually first you're like, it's a great idea, and then you agree to it, and then you're not so happy with it, and then actually you push yourself to go, and you're going to be surprised with this. Okay, you're going to be surprised with this love. And it's number 38. So I mean, there may even be a maze connected to this event. So it's kind of like, as I said, there's all these squares. It's really like, I mean, they're not quite squares, but the way I was seeing it, it was almost like things, as you can see, there's like squares and things like that there and there. There's more of them. So it felt like a pattern, an artistic pattern. So I feel like actually that's quite close, if there was just more squares, to what I was seeing on this wall or this piece of art. So look out for that. And it's number 38. When you reduce it, 3 + 8 is 11, which is a soul path number, being in the right place at the right time to meet the love of your life. Okay, so I'm just going to get a trinket before we close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please? Okay, we got the World card key. Okay, this is, as you can see, we've got the world symbol on the key. So this is about being in the right place at the right time, but it's also about a new cycle, unlocking a new cycle. So if you've been feeling stuck in a rut, I feel like you're completing a lesson, which was about codependency, but also about knowing that you are enough and that you are lovable. And I feel like you're unlocking the way forward. I feel like you're moving forward towards like a final destination, because the world card is like final destination, moving into new energy. So I really feel very positive for you. I'm going to put it on the Ace of Wands because I'm drawn to that energy. My guides haven't really given me a space to put it, but I feel drawn to put it on the Ace of Wands. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Leo. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Also, if you'd like to be given the chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is write 5 things down on a piece of paper that you feel are blocking your path, whether it's in love or career or just in terms of personal growth, and find a creative way to release that to the universe, whether it's a burning ritual safely done outside or just thrown in the trash. Totally your call. And in the comments box below, just put this sentence: I've let it go, now I'm in the flow. And I'll gravitate towards one lucky subscriber on the 28th of June, and I'll announce the winner's name in a video upload only. Thank you so much, my beautiful Leo. Love and light.